every job we take, we make some new friends. We get the ball, we score the goals, and then it's on again. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a brand new start. Until tomorrow, the aim is Ewood Park. Folks, welcome back to yet another episode of my Football Manager 2020 game today with FC20. You've missed absolutely nothing except the fact that AZ Alkmaar got themselves a win on opening day to go joint top. A 5-way lead. Look at the go-ahead Eagles. Yeah. Up against Celtic today in the old Champions League knockout stages. Now, we already know if we are victorious against Celtic, who we're going to be playing in the next knockout stages. And it looks a bit favourable, so hopefully we can't upset the whole flux of this and lose to Celtic. We've got to get through. So let's jump into it and take a little look at the match itself. Up against Celtic, both winning their opening day's campaign. I'll take a draw here and hopefully bring them back to Grolschevester and take them out. So let's have a look at the team selection. Now, I did say in yesterday's episode that we have two teams, but this is the majority of the two team. We have a bit of a crisis at the back. I need to rejig the registration process, and hopefully we get to do that if we're lucky to get out of this round. But anyway, Hubert's will go in between the sticks. Langemes at the left back, and Goma goes at right back. Erlingmark, I'm bringing it at the back here alongside Adams. An unfamiliar back four, which could bite us in the arse. Bruja and Bonster in the middle. Engeland on the left. Loval Landry on the right. The jokester, and Tutti, the Brazilian hotshot, who could have been my Luis Suarez. But he's here on loan, and he's going to break everyone's hearts and score an absolute belter and actually relegate Kuka to the bench. And speaking of the bench, the dude, there's been an inquiry. In fact, there's a couple of teams sniffing around for him now. I put the price out around about 15 million. He's valued at 8.5. Schalke are thinking about it. It would be a big loss to us if he was to go, but we are a selling club, boys. We have to understand that we are a selling club. But anyway, take on Celtic at the Celtic Park. Let's see how we get on. Okay, then up against Kenny Iheanacho and co over at Celtic Park. Bednarek at the back. Who else do we have? Yeah, those are about it. Andre Silva, perhaps. Do I click on him? Click on him. It is Andre Silva. Valued at 16.5 million. Formerly of AC Milan back in the day. Let's go. I did make a last-minute switch there of approach to this to balanced. Because we don't want to get on our willy stuck in a zipper. In the first game of this is my Champions League debut. Of course, it's not the Champions League; it's the preliminary rounds. But it's my first ever game at this tournament. Throughout my managerial career, you know, I steered the Finnish bad boys, Otto Akinas, to the Champions League era. Boom! Dave Adams, young Northern Ireland fellas, like, stick it up, you pals. Aye, get it in the back of the net. I was just wanting to see how that panned out there before I was continuing my splurge there. But what a goal! Bruja with the free kick floats it in there. The jokester's head is the magic touch there. Over to Dave Adams. Debut. I think it could be a debut goal. But anyway, I took EIF Aquinas to the title, but I left. Took Onobo to the title, and I left. Took FC20 to the Europa Cup 2 thing. I don't think that gets you in here, but we got here anyway through our third place finish, I think, in the old Dutchies. So yeah, 1-0 so far. Celtic Park. They wouldn't. One shot, one on target, one in the back of the net. That's how you do it. Second half, Sundays. Chance perhaps to add a cherry on top. Engeland's been very quiet. In fact, the whole team have been quiet. That's a bit of a poor ball. Picked up by Vermian. Vermian on a run on the left-hand side. Strikes straight in the arms of Huberts, who, despite a bit of competition from the Romanian fella, remains number 2. That's a loose ball by Erlingmark at the back today, playing unfamiliar territory, but he's qualified to do so, all the way back through to the Celtic keeper, who keeps it moving. And fired long over the top there for Kenny Iheanacho, and he does put in the back of the net, but we have that away goal, which could be monumental in the grand scheme of things. It is 1-1. It's not great. We're going to have to be a little bit more positive now, boys, and try and get something special out of this game. The jokester with the assist, you know, not really delivering in the pocket. Tuti's been very, very quiet up top. Match fitness is shit. We're going to bring on the dude. Potentially it could be his last game here. I've been thinking about what could be done to replace him. Let's go for this. There's a bit of a gamble. In fact, bollocks to it. Let's get back in there. Oh, great save. Great save, Huberts. Let's bring Erlingmark up for Cassius. What have I done there? What have I pussed on there? So what I want to do is bring Erlingmark. There we go. That's more like it. Confirm the changes and play. Highlight for Celtic. Fired in. It's loose. It's in. Giacchio gets his stinking second goal. He is deadly at this level. What's his value these days? He's a cool £15.5 million. They've got the noses in front, boys. We're going to do this the hard way. I don't want to go into the Europa Cup. I don't want to do it. Yes, we're going to confirm the changes. And yes, we're going to demand more. And yes, we're going to go attacking and try and snatch a equaliser. Hubert's playing out from the back to Oskirk. Fires it long. It's a loose ball. Not pleasantly dealt with. And here comes Celtic again. We just got to take him on the Grosha Vista, I guess. Andre Silva coming out the right-hand side. We clicked on him. That's always bad news. Slipped in. Giacchio, I'm sure he was offside. He is. Disallowed. Get on your bike, pal. That's not the way to do it. 72 minutes down. Not fun. Look at Dynamo Kiev smashing AEK. 8-0 away from home. Mini Malmo is taking the business for Copenhagen. And right now, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything out of this game. Tutti was a bit of a flop, so that could be money saved. Rosbach with the goal kick plays it short for Celtic. Thornbelt fires it onto the left-hand side for Adjavaro. A third goal would make it much difficult. Here comes Erlingmark in a more familiar role. Sets up to the dude. £50 million is on the table. If it's thingy-majiggity. Oh, it's so close. It was so close. I couldn't get my words out. But we've been outplayed. We have been outplayed today. But don't do this. Great save by Hubert. I think a 2-1 is very doable for us in the second leg. We've just got to keep our heads up. Come back again. We'll catch the conclusion of this one tomorrow when we bring Celtic to Grossfist. So yeah, I've got to take that one on the chin there, boys. Don't okay. Ramping in 9 in the end, so that we would take on, if we are victorious, the winner of Midtjylland and Genk. Now we've already played Midtjylland before. I think they've got that dude who's not really started the season in well, but I'm keeping an eye on him. He's a potential player I might want to take a move on if we need to strengthen in some certain areas. Okay, so we do have one player on the move, and that is Van Duven. That's right, we brought him in. What did we bring him in? We brought him in for a cool free transfer. That's right. He did get a couple goals for us. Start 8 goals in total last season. Definitely a good striker. Groningen see that in him and they take him on. They're going to play in the Eredivisie. Of course, they are one of our nearest and dearest last season. So spent a cool £2.2 million bringing in Van Duven. So, yes. Due to selling on, please. Van Duven will receive blah, blah, blah. Extra blah, 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 blah. Yes. Okay. And also, Sluter. Giovanni Sluter has gone to Dordrecht as well. So two strikers on the way out. What else? What else have we got going on here? Kawanka's been made an offer. Of course. Here comes Schalke in with the £15 million move. Straight up cash as well. So we are going to accept this. I think it's not ideal, but I think for his development as a player, it's gonna have to do. Now, if it goes through, that's one thing. We do have a ready-made replacement in Robert Van Bommel. I think he can come in and do an absolute bits in that spot as well. 19 years of age. He could even be a better player, to be honest with you. So it's a shame that we're looking like we're going to see the back end of the dude. Yeah, it's a shame, but 15 million. It's a good chunk of change. We're accepting it. We'll see what happens if he takes it, though. He could just he could remain. Okay, folks, here we go with the next game of this video. Against Vietnamese Armen. We're coming into this 13-day favourites. Are we favourites? I think they're favourites. 6-4. They currently sit in the middle table during their first game. We still have the dude. It's still with us. I was actually going to play Van Bommel from the start, but I'm going to give the dude 60 minutes. We'll take him off, bring on Van Bommel. Hopefully to some great fanfare as well, because this could be a fun game. Even though it's not at home, but... We'll go with it. We're going to go with it. So this is the lineup. It is the second string because I think I'm going to have to use the big boys against Celtic. So Hubert's remains in goal. Granges at left. Zwan, McAlary and Ngoma at the right back. Bruya, Bonsu, England, the Dude, Laval, Landry on this side. Maybe if we flip-flop them bad boys around. And Tucci up top again. Macaulay is wanted on loan. Don't know if that's going to happen these days. Svensson is wanted. Riera is wanted. Where's Drezovic? It's not wanted no more. Levante run away. Anyway, let's do it. Alright, here we go. Up against Vietnamese Armin and Co. I'm just trying to look at the team. Quick scan here. Bergstrom at the back there. Yeah, let's go. So, can we maintain our amazing start to the season up against Vietnamese Armin? It always proved to be a little bit tricky. You just don't know what you're going to get with them. I think they've got aspirations to finish quite high in the table this season as well. Maybe above 8th, something like that, 7th. I just don't know. Down to 2nd at the moment with a draw. A draw would be not horrific. Of course, I'd like to get a nice little cheeky little win. We've started attacking, which might not have been the best approach. We've eased off a little bit just to see what they can throw at us for a little bit. Bonsu with a lovely tackle. England on the right hand side, of course, usually on the left. Bonsu now continues the run in midfield. Slips it, does he? Yes, he does. And Goma on the right. Is he a right back or is he a centre back? I just don't know. It's going to be a penalty though. It's going to be a penalty. Give it to the Dude. Is it going to be a penalty? It could be a free kick though. It could be. It's on the cusp. It's on the cusp, but I'm hoping it's going to give a penalty. Referee's having a look at the screen, see what he's going to come up with this, and it's a free kick, I think. Free kick. Yeah. Send him off. Nothing really comes of that, though, does it? It's 0-0 at the break, it looks like. Heading into half-time. Yes. Not to get excited about. 9 shots for us. 63% possession. But really, we need a little bit of magic. Coming out of the box for the second half. A bit more positive now. The Dude, I'm looking at you, son. You're going to come off. I'm going to give Van Bommel a go. As well as a couple other changes, I think. 60 minutes. Here we go. Potential highlight. Grandulus with a throw to the Dude. Back to the Grandulus. I'll just call it the Grandulus there. Over the top. Tutti. Heads it wide. He's just not acclimatised to the Dutch league just yet. I know it's his Dutch debut. Anyway, he did play in the Celtic game. Tutti tries to get stuck in there. Picked up by England. Lovely. Use your possession. Use it. He goes for goal. Great save by Wellenruther. And Vietnamese Army are on the back foot here a little bit. Let's make some changes. We're going to come out of this attacking. And it is time to potentially say goodbye to Van Bommel. This could be the most drawn out goodbye process. He might still be here for the next game. Tumbill's coming in as well for Bruya. Bruya's coming off. And Goma's coming off. Let's go. Triple subbage. We're trying to go for the winner here. AZ Alkmaar getting back to winning ways again. Look at the 3-0 win over Volendam at the moment. Chance here for somebody. It's Vietnamese Armin from the back. Ferrell. Oh, sliding tackles, lovely. Levan de Lander, see what you got. We've not seen much of you. It's not been exciting, have you? You've not been busting the team set up for Engerdal. England even. Goes for goal. It's a fumble, but it's just parried out of bounds for a corner. Levan Landry fires in the corner. It's a clash of legs and heads and bodies, and it all amount to nothing. Absolutely nothing. Trying to push even more forward. We want this win more than they do. Surely it's gonna go on our favour. Come on, sons. Corner kick. There's time. There's time. Macaulay to matey boy for a count on the right hand side. Don't lose it. Back to Macaulay, the young Northern Irish fellow. I've got 2 of them on the box now, but it's lost. Possession is lost. Vietnamese Army dig deep, and they keep going now. Here comes Hack. Floats it to the right hand side. They're going to steal it. They're going to steal all the points here, boys. It is blocked. Lastminute.com still not dealt with. And Jurgen Locandia has broken the hearts of FC20. And we are on the cusp of our first loss of the season. That's not what we wanted to do, boys. This is not the way it's supposed to go. Yep, Turtleheads. Unbelievably, we've been mugged right off at the end. Absolutely schooled them, but yeah, Van Bommel, you've got your work to do if you're going to replace the dude. But anyway, that's a shit double defeat. Not happy with that. Well, yes, FM20 lose at the hands of Vietnamese Arm and Turnbull makes his debut. You were shit as well. Nothing really to get excited about on that one. Bonsu's close to triggering a bit of a Borussia bonus. Well, after the second game of play has come to a close, we sit in 7th spot in the table, 3 points. Ajax neck. So there you have it, folks. After match day number 2, we sit in 7th spot in the table. AZ Alkmaar still lead the way with a 100% record. It is my fault, of course, to play the sort of weakened side here, but I need the full force of AZ Alkmaar to take on Celtic. No. So after match day 2, folks, we sit 7th in the table. AZ Alkmaar lead the way with 6 points out of 6. It is 100% my fault. I did play a sort of weakened side here, thinking that they would do enough against Vietnamese. I underestimated the opponents as they snatched all 3 points at the end of it. But anyway, that concludes today's episode. Tomorrow we'll be back again to take on Celtic, the second leg. And then we've got Ajax as well. Double header at home at the Grossfesta. We may have an update on the old situation involving the dude. Will he go? Will he stay? I'll tell you all tomorrow. Let's go. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.